Hey guys, welcome to my channel. Today is going to be a short and a fairly straightforward how-to, and in this how-to I'm going to show how to remove the front lower forward control arm, how to remove it and how to reinstall it. And I also will have a video in which I'm going to show how to remove or to replace that bushing on the control arm that I'm talking about today. So this job is fairly simple and straightforward. Like I said, you need just a couple of tools. So here's the tools that you need to do this job. It's really nice to have an impact wrench, helps a lot. 17mm socket to remove the wheel. 21mm socket or a wrench to remove that nut on the bolt joint. 18mm socket with a breaker bar or a wrench, depending on your power level, to remove the bolt that is going through the bushing on the forward section of the control arm. And you need an 8mm socket and 10mm socket to remove those little tiny screws that hold the fender liner and other protective plastics in place. So let's get to it. The first thing, we remove the wheel. Pretty much all that you need the 17mm socket for. So once the wheel is out of the way, you can remove this protective plastic or a fender liner, whatever you like to call it. It's held in place by 8mm screws, and there is one 10mm plastic nut. And on my car I have a special size screw that holds the brake duct in place. So I'm going to remove that screw first. 10mm nut. 10mm nut, like I said. And that's the only time when you use that 10mm socket. So there is a bunch of 8mm screws that hold this plastic in place, and that's the only plastic that you need to remove in order to remove the control arm or remove it and reinstall it. So there are a few screws here, 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 and 2 or 3 on the bottom. But in any case, you will see them once you get to remove them. So if I can count correctly, this is 9 screws, those 8mm. Now you can just pull this plastic out. So this just comes out like this, really easy. So at this point we have only 2 things left that we need to remove. So the next thing that you remove is optional. You can either remove this bolt or you can remove the nut on the other end of the control arm. So since I'm pointing my camera at that bolt, I'm going to remove that bolt. That's 18mm bolt. And that's where you need the socket and a breaker bar, because it's rather hard to maneuver an impact wrench into the position. That wasn't tight at all. I wonder what gives. And we can finish the job with just a wrench. Or if you have a ratchet, that's even better. I have a ratchet, I'm just too lazy. This is a 110mm long bolt, and well, don't lose it because it's kind of hard to come by bolts of this length. I have a couple of bushings that you're not going to have because I don't have a regular rubber bushings on that end, and that's actually the reason why I'm removing this control arm, because I'm getting rid of those uni-ball joints. I'm going back to regular M3 rubber bushings for the control arm. So at this point, all that holds the control arm in the place is the nut on the other end of the control arm. And the last thing to remove is this 21mm nut. That's where this 21mm socket fits, just like that. At this point you can use a breaker bar, I guess, or if you don't have that, you can try and use a wrench, which also has enough room to really go in place like that. I'm going to use my impact wrench here, like so. That's it. So that's the 21mm nut, and the control arm, the ball joint is out of the socket. So at this point you can push the whole knuckle back to give yourself more room, and all you have to do is maneuver things out of the place, like so. And at this point the thing is out. So there it is. This is the front lower forward control arm. So at this point you can consider the job being done. So yeah, that's the one that has this funky shape to it. So at this point there are 2 things that you can inspect. First of all, there's a ball joint at this end, and it shouldn't be loose. This one feels okay. This arm has seen but like 500 miles. The other end of it is a rubber bushing. So at this point the removal process is completed, and you can either replace this control arm with a replacement part, or you can, if the problem is the bushing, you can replace the bushing. The installation is basically the reversed order of the removal. You just have to torque things to the proper spec when you do the reinstallation, and if you have a regular rubber bushing here, you have to torque that bushing in the proper position. You cannot torque it with the knuckle being in the lowest position, so you have to kind of let the car sit at its normal ride height, and then you can torque these bushings.